Alright, in this video I'm just putting on my first level of gear. So at the moment just wearing the understuff. And first step is to add a medieval style cotton shirt. Makes for a good bottom layer. Next up, a pair of thin leather boots. Alright, yeah, I've got some straps, but I'll sort them later. Third, we want our arming hood. It's important to have something so the chainmail doesn't pull on your hair. Fourth, we have the chalces with the arming belt to hold in place. Alright, so good to have these on under the chainmail for the same reason. Plus these are very thick cloth padding. Go. Get these up there. Right, the next piece is the Gambeson. Now it's starting to get hot and heavy. So some extra thick cloth armour. Let's get the strap on. There we go. Alright, next step after that, it's the armour cloak. Generally this would go on after my chainmail, but I'm just doing the first level at this stage. So I'll readjust once I'm done. There you go, that wraps around twice. This is particularly good because it hangs off your shoulders. The final piece of the first level is some thin leather gloves. So it's a real toss up between putting these on before the Gambeson or after the Gambeson, because you lose dexterity with them on, but if you put them on after, they get really tough to feed in your sleeve. Oof. It's kind of a hot day today too, so this is going to heat me up a lot. Essentially wearing a couple of big coats. Alright, once those gloves are in there we go. This is our first level. About 90% or so cloth coverage. And all this weighs about 6 kilo. So there we go. There we have it. First layer done. So next up I will equip the second layer. Alright, here we are starting the level 2 video. So I had to take off a couple of layers. Gloves, Gambeson and the cloak. Just otherwise it's impossible to get the rest of it on. So the second layer starts with chainmail leggings. Which, as you can see, can be a real pain to get on. Now adding the second belt. first loop on there, and you can actually position these properly. So of course the thicker your thighs get, the more difficult it gets to put these on. Whew, all right. We're already getting a bit sweaty here. So ultimately I'll get these a bit better fitting. Add a few more straps to them to keep them in place. But I think for the time being I'll leave it at that. Alright, second piece is the Chainmail Skirt. So requires me to step on through it. Straps like that. Swap them over my head. Get it high enough. Oh, get these straps up as well. Alright, now ultimately this will face the other direction to give myself some groin coverage without this hole in the way. Right, the third stage is the Haubergon or chainmail shirt. So, you need to get this one over your head. Except I'm forgetting something. This guy's got to come first. So, Gambeson back on again. we go. Whew. Right, I've got to get this neck strap sorted. Not too tight so I don't choke myself. And now we're up to the chainmail shirt. If this looks awkward, it's because it is. Oh. Not only is it extremely heavy, you've got to get it the right way around. And your arms in the right holes. Whew. All right. There we go. Okay, now. I've been thinking about it and I think this goes on here. And cross this over, tie it around the back. Keep everything nice and tight. Then we're almost done. Time to put on the Chainmail Coif. Go and get that sitting right. And still need to, it's not quite right. There we go. Replace the gloves. Which is a lot harder now that my hands are so sweaty. Alright, at this point, I'm starting to feel very constricted. It's quite hard to breathe. Getting very hot. But yeah, again, you've got to condition your body to wearing this. Because if it's hot and tiring just standing around, if you're in a fight, it's going to be 10 times that. Alright, there we go. That's the level 2 done. Still need to fix up a few things like the chainmail leggings, but than that. It's only a quick 15-20 minute job, and this is before we even start using plate, so I think for plate I really do need some help to be able to get it on. Alright, so there we go. The leggings have slipped down a bit, so if they're at like halfway to my thigh, then between the skirt and the leggings it covers everything. So there we go, I'll do one rotation of here. Alright, I think we're done. Whew.